All right, Patreon. I'm long overdue from uploading a video. This is one I decided to put on Patreon. I don't think it'll fly on YouTube. At the Ramsey unit had a guy named Oscar Stevenson. He was on the basketball team with me. He was from Houston. He can play basketball good as hell. He had a hell of a basketball game. The only thing bad was he loved sucking dicks. You couldn't even put your hand close to a dick. He said, hey, come on, let me take care of that. So, as the prison started opening up a little bit during the Ruiz lawsuit, they wanted to kind of open things up a little bit because the public didn't have a clue on what was going on inside of a Texas prison. And the warden allowed Wildcat had been removed from his warden position and placed over Southern Agriculture. We had a warden named Walker. Now, Ramsey's policy stayed the same. Violence level stayed the same. The food stayed good. The privileges was the same. This warden didn't change anything. The only difference was this warden was not even close to Cat. He don't have no dealing with inmates, period. He have nothing to talk to an inmate about. You ain't never hardly even see this man. He let the building major run the prison. That major was named Duncan. He ran everything. And had this church group. A lot of females. And so they wanted guys to give testimony. So Oscar Stevenson signed up to give a testimony. We call him 19 because he had 19 years. That was his nickname, 19. Well, anyway, he got up to do his testimony in front of all these free world guests. And all he talked about was this whole prison stint been sucking dicks and getting fucked. That's what his whole testimony was about. Man, these people were crying. The warden and major was in there. Man, they were dropping their heads. They ain't know no guy was going to get up and say no shit like that. Man, he was telling me, say, hell, I just sucked 5 dicks this morning. I got some husbands in here now. Let me point them out to you. But you see guys who lived on a dormitory with him, you saw him dropping, trying to duck beneath the seats. And Warden Walker was sitting in there. Now, back in the day, they wouldn't do shit for you. They would tell you to take care of your own self, to take care of your own personal fucking business. And don't even worry about consequences. Now, that's what they would tell you. You went and told them, hey, this guy's down here trying to sexual assault me. They would say, get your ass out of my office. You sexual assaulted that lady when you robbed her. Go down there and take care of it. Don't be coming down here telling me about somebody's bothering you. I don't want to hear that shit. You bother people on the outside, so now you being bothered. And 19 told the congregation, he said, I went and talked to the warden when I first got here. He said, I got a wife and everything. He said, I didn't know I was going to love dicks like this. He said, I went and talked to the warden. He said, we had a different warden then. We had warden J.B. Anderson. And he told me, say, you either fight or you suck dicks. Which one? And so I don't know how to fight that good. He said, I can play basketball good as hell, but I can't fight. So I've been sucking dicks and getting fucked ever since. He said, I got 5 or 6 husbands around here. He said, they love to fuck me. They fuck me all night long. And, man, some Christian lady were crying, looking around, they had put a few guards inside the church to make it look legit in front of these people from the outside. Whereas always the guards still were inmates. But they had a couple sergeants, a couple lieutenants sitting in there so they could see some uniforms. But still on the cool side, it was turnkeys. They were just sitting down. They normally be standing up. They were just sitting down, blending in with the rest of the inmates. Now, outside people are not smart enough to look at these guys' clothes and can tell that their clothes are different from the rest of the general population. Nice starch clothes, fit clothes. They had a line underneath their name, like a stripe underneath their name. You know that this guy work on building. He's a turnkey or he's a building timber. He's one or the other. And man, after church, we was coming out of church, and Warden Walker was standing there. He immediately pulled 19 over. He said, "Go down to my office and wait." Man, that was on a Sunday. He locked 19 up. That Monday, he transferred him to the wind unit in Huntsville. So you getting the hell off of Ramsey. He ain't finna take no kind of heat like that he giving the inmates permission to sexual assault another inmate. He not finna ride that kind of heat. He was totally different than Cat. Now, Cat wouldn't have did a damn thing. Cat would have said, "Fuck you, go on back down there and suck some more dick and get your punk ass out of the church." That's what Cat would have said. He ain't gonna transfer you not for no shit like that. That shit happen all the time at Ramsey. If you couldn't handle it, you was gonna get ran over on that motherfucker. Simple as that. They ain't do no fucking babysitting. But now, you had the green light to defend your damn self. That's the only good thing about it. The man would beat it into your head. You do not have to allow these inmates to fuck over you. You got 2 hands, you got 2 feet, knock their fucking brains out. He'll straight tell you that. And if you don't do it, now that's up to you. But he telling you, hey man, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do. But that was their favorite thing. Tell you, go back down there and deal with your convicts. They wouldn't do shit. They wouldn't do a damn every blue moon if this guy got outside help, got a family come visit him, they might well move him to what they call a punk tank. They might would put him over there. And some guys didn't want to go over there. Once you went on that homosexual cell block, you never was going to be able to undo that. There's no way you could explain that. That was going to follow you the rest of the time you in a Texas prison. You get moved to another prison, they going to know about it. This is my video for Patreon. Y'all enjoy. Y'all don't do crackhead updates over here. I'm finna do my regular YouTube video, and that's where my crackhead update will be.